Hello, Michael.
Hi.
Hi. Lots of reports about Ralf Rangnick being appointed as the new interim manager of Manchester United over the course of the last 24 hours or so. I just wondered what you could tell us, Michael.
To be honest, from my point of view, not a lot really. Speculation and reports are speculation and reports. So as I'm sitting here now, I'm preparing the team for the game. Really, my head's on the game. I haven't got any more news to share with you on that front. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting down to London and playing against Chelsea.
I'm sure you'll be asked more about Ralf in a moment, but let's talk about Chelsea because it's a huge game once again for United. How much of a lift have you seen this week, considering that brilliant result that you had in Villarreal?
It was a big boost for us, of course it was. It was a much needed win, I think, for a lot of reasons. Mainly first and foremost for the players to feel or have that feeling again and get that little bit of confidence back, that little bit of belief, which for sure we lost. And it's another massive game for us. Tuesday was a huge game, and it's another massive game. But these are the ones you've got to enjoy. You've got to embrace going and putting yourself in these positions and testing yourself against a team that's playing very well. Whatever individuals are on the pitch for them of recent times, they've looked dangerous. They've looked a good team, and obviously had some really terrific results. So be a good test for us. I'm looking forward to it.
Simon Stone.
Hi, Michael. You're normally quite a relaxed character. What is it like being manager of a first team? Did you sleep on Tuesday night? Do you spend all your time going over ideas in your mind?
Yeah, pretty much. Listen, you are who you are, and that's kind of my personality in some ways. Yeah, of course, some decisions are a little bit bigger than others, and sometimes you got a little bit more on your plate than at other times, and that's normal. But no, I've been quite calm this week. The staff and the players have supported me very well, and haven't given me an awful lot of problems, if any. So. I've embraced the challenge, yeah, of course. As I said earlier in the week, initially it was a little bit of a test in time, but kind of once you get over that pretty quickly and get the game underway, and obviously looking forward to this next game, then business takes over and your mind takes over, and the focus takes over on that. So that side of it I've quite enjoyed.
And just in terms of Rangnick or anybody else for that matter, what kind of impact can people have on a squad, like in how much space of time? If someone else comes in, they've had one manager this season, now they're having you telling them things. How quickly can you get ideas across?
I think you can get ideas across pretty quickly. I think history shows that. Sometimes it's not just the ideas, sometimes it's just a different voice maybe, or a freshness, or that history proves that for whatever reason. Again, looking back at history, sometimes it works really well, sometimes not so well. That's just an issue of life. So we'll see what happens in the days to come.
Neil Custis.
Oh, hi Michael. Jaden Sancho will probably saw one of his best games in a Man United shirt. What more do you think you can get out of him in this short space of time, and what sort of player can the fans expect to see?
He's a terrific player, Jaden. I said it the other night. He's never happier than when the ball's at his feet and he's trying to create things and go with defenders and link inside with the forwards and create chances and score goals. That's purely when he's at his happiest and smiliest, if you like. I've seen that in training and seen that in games already. The biggest thing for me the other night, and I said it, was the other side of his game and his attitude and his work rate and his mentality. And I thought he put a whole performance together the other night. So I was really pleased for him, because we've said it before. It's not always easy just to step into this club and perform, especially as a younger player. So he's got a massive future ahead of him if he keeps doing the right things and looks after himself and has the right attitude. Then who's to say how far he can go, and hopefully he fulfills every little bit of potential that he has.
Obviously, you've got probably the best finisher in football if you can get the ball to him. So his creation is so important, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, creation in any team is important, yeah, and that's obviously why we brought him to the club, because of the talent that he has and what he's proven already at such a young age, and there's so much more to come from him, and I'm sure he's looking forward to what's ahead.
Samuel Luckhurst.
Hi, Michael. Romelu Lukaku's back for Chelsea. You obviously were a teammate with him briefly for one season and then coached him the following season. What was he like at the club, and what did you make of it when he did leave the club?
Yeah, it feels like a long time ago already now. When Rom was here and he's left, and obviously he's gone to Italy and done very well and had a good start at Chelsea. I know he's been unfortunate with picking up the injury, but and came back there the other night and involved. So it'll be good to see Rom again. Yeah, he's obviously a terrific footballer, Rom. He's scored goals pretty much wherever he's been. So it's pretty obvious what he brings and how dangerous he can be. So if Ron plays, obviously we're well aware of what he brings and we'll be ready for it.
Ben Ransom.
Hi, Michael. Given the names, and in particular one that's been linked with the interim job, there's been a lot of talk about how your players might adapt to a high-pressing style of play. That's speculation from the outside, but as someone who's worked with the players on the inside for a number of years now, how do you feel they'd adapt to such a style?
Listen, there's a lot of different styles in football, and there's a good group of players here, so whoever comes in and whatever style is implemented, I'm sure they can adapt. There's some real talent, some real good people, good human beings within the squad, and yeah, I'm sure they look forward to what's ahead.
Paul Hurst.
Hi, Michael. Appreciate, obviously, it's kind of a fluid situation at the moment, but is the plan moving forward for the rest of the season for you, Kieran McKenna, Mike Phelan, to be involved with the new interim coach until the end of the season?
I think, as you can appreciate, this week's been quite busy already, and again, as I said before, really, I haven't really had time to think. I haven't given it much thought. I think my focus has been on preparing the team as best as I can. And, you know, it's a huge responsibility that I have personally at the moment to do that, and I'm giving everything I can for that. And anything after Sunday is not in my thoughts at the moment.
Ian Parker.
Hi, Michael. I just wanted to ask if there are any sort of team news updates, sort of Luke Shaw or anything, any updates on situations with those players, please?
Yeah, we got 2 or 3 different little issues that we're kind of waiting to see how the boys come through. Yeah, of course, it's never ideal. You want a full squad to pick from and a full quarter of players, but there is 1 or 2 that we're kind of waiting on. And Luke took a bang on the head. Obviously, was concussed 2 or 3 weeks ago and took a bang against Watford. So we're assessing him during the week and we'll make a call on how he is. Fred took a knock the other night and twisted his ankle, which he managed to carry on, which was pretty incredible, to be honest, and seeing the game out, and ended up playing a big part in winning the game for us. So we'll have to see how that settles down. So there's 1 or 2 others as well, but we'll be strong tomorrow, travelling down there with the squad that we have, whoever it is, and we look forward to the game.
Jamie Jackson.
Hi, Michael. You were obviously a very, very good midfielder. Donny van de Beek, you picked him the other day. Where do you see his best position? Is he a number 6, a number 8, or number 10? Because it has been a little bit of a puzzle why he couldn't get really in the team until you selected him the other day. So I just wondered what your opinion was of him, as a player in his best position.
I think Donny's one of those players because he's so flexible. He can play different positions. He's done the same at Ajax before he came here, so I think he's used to that. He's done that for Holland as well, and variety can be a real strength. So yeah, we've got ideas obviously where we think Donny's most suited, but as I said, actually he's so flexible and so adaptable that the 2 or 3 positions in and around midfield. He even played, you could argue, a false 9 for Ajax at times when they had the Champions League run and ended up getting beat off Tottenham. So yeah, of course we've got ideas with it, but I think being so flexible is a real strength and credit to what he can bring to the team.
Per Carlson.
Hi, Michael. Thank you for your time. There's obviously talk about the new manager coming in at one point, but I was just wondering how good of a starting point will the foundation that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has built within Man United give a new manager, and also what did it give you?
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things. I think in Ole's time as manager here, I think over time creating and building on the environment and the kind of the backroom staff and the culture within the group that obviously people don't see day to day, and it's not obvious to the eye. But I think you could see that over time that we certainly as a team we were improving. We had a good end and finished well last season, and once results start going, it went pretty quickly in terms of losing games which is a shame, because I think that everything else can kind of get overshadowed and lost by that, but it's still there and the culture's still there. And this week, as I said, the backroom staff and the environment that Ole had such a huge part in building has helped me an awful lot this week. So whatever happens next, it's there for sure, and it's a great starting point.
Laurie Whitwell.
Hi, Michael. I just wondered how much you're being kept in the loop on the manager hunt, and it sounds like it's going to be an experienced European manager. How much is that positive for you to potentially learn off them, but also for your abilities in terms of what you've already brought at Carrington and knowing the players? Important for you to stay that continuity and help them as well.
Yeah, for me, if it's to be sitting here talking about too far ahead for me, really my thoughts are about the game on Sunday. It has to be honest, coming in this week and having a real kind of laser focus on two games and the challenge that faces not just me but us as a group. I can't get distracted by anything else for now, for this week for sure, and anything else will take care of itself in the coming days and weeks ahead.
We'll go to the last two, the first for Michael Gray and the last one for Andy Mitten.
Hi, Michael. Jaden Sancho probably had his best game in midweek against Villarreal. Was that something that you said something about being more positive, or has it just taken him the time to basically settle into the new football club, and moving forward, is that the Jaden Sancho that we'll hope to see every single week?
Yeah, Mick, you know yourself as a player what sometimes it takes a little bit of a time to adapt. Sometimes he's a younger boy. I say boy, he's not a young boy, but he's a younger player, and coming to such a big club, a new league, it's not easy to just hit the ground running, and we were well aware of that. And then of course we believe in him. As I said before, the potential he's got is massive, and if he keeps doing the right things and keeps himself on the right track, then he's got a great chance. And I'm not surprised by what he did the other night. I've seen it in training in recent weeks, and I've seen that spring in his step coming back, and you can see in the body language and his personality that there's a little spark there, and hopefully that spark keeps getting bigger, and he keeps on improving and doing great things.
Last one for Andy Mitten.
Hi, Michael. What do you think of Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea, the style of football they play? What did he do well? And also, you touched on Fred. That's a position you know well. He was involved in both the goals the other night. How's he developing? What's your relationship with him on the training ground?
Well, firstly, about the Chelsea, you got to be hugely impressed by the way they go about things. Obviously, watch quite a bit of them, and super intense. Well organised. Really good movement across our back line, their front line, and very good at connecting with the midfield. With the back three building up and connecting into midfield and kind of narrow you up, give you problems through the middle, and with the wing backs really aggressive and playing really high, then they test your back line and stretch you across the pitch. So they've got a really good balance going at the moment. Obviously confidence is high, you can see that. They've had some really terrific results, so they're on a high, and well aware of the challenges that we face, but as I said before, looking forward to it, because it is a big test and a big challenge, but we feel that we can go there and get a good result, no doubt. So that we have to think that, we have to believe that, and I certainly do.